Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. I'm here in the studio with all three of the other hosts. Let's start to my right. Jeff, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are
I
you
don't
doing?
want people to know the orientation in which we sit.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea that people make up their own mental maps of where in the studio we sit.
It is true. Jeff does come in the office every day and says, if a sniper can know where I sit, I'm not too happy.
He's always thinking.
You should be stop being so close to the window. Then.
I mean, I'm usually like halfway in and halfway out of the door. That's where I like to sit.
Right.
Do you?
Bad acoustics. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
But I get a good cross breeze.
Matt is here. Ken is here. Full house. How's everyone doing today? Pretty good?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, Matt punched someone at work, I think, today, but it was all in self-defense.
Yeah, every day.
Every some in self-defense, some not.
Gotta line up my knuckles for something.
So we're joined here over Skype by our special guest host today. She was on a recent episode you may have heard where she was victorious. I believe, was it with Jeff? Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Jeff and her were
That doesn't
victorious.
sound right. Jeff won something?
Jeff did. He won something. It is one of our United States champions on Patreon, and we thank her for that. And it's Jill Slocum. How's it going, Jill?
Pretty good. It's a beautiful day out here in Mesa, Arizona.
Arizona. We wish we had some of that weather here, a little more consistency. One thing we talked about right before we started recording, which we thought was fun, is your Skype, I guess, subject line or profile line is, if I don't respond, I'm just being a mom.
Yep, I got a adorable, almost 2-year-old daughter who takes up half my time.
And it sounds like she stole something from the corner store because there's some sirens in the background.
Oh, yeah, that's Mesa.
Crime-riddled Mesa, as it's known.
So what do you do out in Mesa?
I am actually a psychotherapist. So I don't necessarily shrink heads, but I hope to expand them.
There you go.
Oh, good. So
Those sirens are getting
happening?
much closer.
This is part 2 of the Triviality Chainsaw Massacre.
excuse me, ma'am. You need to get off that phone.
Somebody's doing, never mind.
Hardcore loitering. They take it very seriously in Mesa.
No
Jaywalking is a huge deal in Mesa.
Yeah.
It is.
Trivia jaywalking is against the law. As a psychotherapist, I'm sure you hear all of our weird quirks every week listening to the show. How did you find the show?
I went kind of through all my podcasts. I listen to a lot of true crime, and I was like, I need to mix it up. I'm getting too depressed. So I put in trivia, and I found you guys, and I found another podcast that I listen to fairly frequently.
But unfortunately, it did not pull you away from personality disorders.
No, it didn't.
Plenty to work with here.
Well, we're eagerly awaiting your report on all of our personalities just from listening to us. And then maybe we'll murder Jeff, and it'll also become a true crime podcast. So
Keep the dream alive.
But
That would prevent me from having to go to work tomorrow.
before we murder anyone, though, let's throw it to the man who murders the vocals every week. Let's go to the rules guy.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
The cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Killed those vocals this week.
He did.
They
And
didn't have
he,
a chance.
He left no fingerprints, too.
Slay Darren. Right? What's his name? Am I good at this?
Yep.
I don't know.
Ken, you had some ideas on team names. What were you thinking today?
Yeah, so since we've been talking about moms, we figured Danzig loved his mom so much that he wrote a song about her called Mother. So we are Danzig's mom.
All right. Jeff, we're going to be a team. I'll let you pick. What are you thinking?
Oh, I don't know. We got to stay on theme, right?
Yeah, why not?
So what are we going with?
How about something in the art world?
Ooh, maybe Whistler's mother?
Whistler's mother works out for me. And we're not talking about the painting. We're talking about Chris Christopherson's character in Blade. His mother.
His prominently featured mother.
So that works for us. So Jill, I think you said you wrote a game in our normal format. So why don't you take it away?
First question I have is, the Territorial Cup in 1899 is the oldest NCAA football trophy. What 2 schools play for it?
We are locking in with whatever Matt thinks.
So you're saying it's the Territorial Cup NCAA. What 2 schools are really big on territory? Oh, probably what's the one that Scott Barber, it's West Virginia and Virginia Tech? Is that the big rivalry?
That's one of them, but you have any idea?
I would just say West Virginia or Virginia Tech or Oklahoma, Nebraska maybe. Are they next to each other?
They are. Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay. All right, we're going to lock in with West Virginia, Virginia Tech.
Okay. And I didn't know. First, I was thinking Harvard, Princeton, or Harvard, Yale, somewhere in that area. But then I'm thinking it's 2 schools in the same general area fighting over territory, which led me to Penn State and Penn. So that's what we locked in with.
Oh, I think I know what it is now.
What do you think it is, Jeff?
I think it's Michigan and Ohio State because they had a territorial skirmish for the border.
Sorry to tell you, you both are wrong.
Ooh.
So, in 1912, Arizona became a state, and beforehand, it was a territory. And the 2 schools that played were the University of Arizona and Arizona State.
Oh, okay.
And for a period of time, that trophy was actually lost and it had to get authenticated. But now it's back to being passed back and forth between Tempe and Tucson.
Thank goodness.
That's what they do keg stands out of in Arizona. Got it.
The old Sun Devils.
Party School USA.
Okay, so number 2. If you want to take delivery directly from the factory of a new Bugatti, what country would that be from?
We're locked in.
Sounds Italian, doesn't it?
Yeah. Woke up in a new Bugatti.
I knew you were going there.
Yeah. I know it from rap, and that's it.
You good to go Italy?
Yeah, Italy.
I believe you would find their plant in Molsheim, France. So we said France.
Jeff, you are correct. It is in France.
Somebody watches the Grand Tour.
Somebody owns a Bugatti.
Not you.
Not I. Somebody out there.
Somebody definitely does.
Okay, number 3. This lady was best known for her paintings of enlarged flowers, New York skyscrapers, and New Mexican landscapes. This lady has been recognized as the mother of American modernism.
All right,
Sounds right.
I think I'm in the right area, hopefully. So we're locked in.
Ooh, this is enlarged flowers, landscapes, and New York cityscapes.
Yeah.
That
sounded familiar.
not really.
I don't know too many art
Georgia
moms.
O'Keeffe.
Okay.
She's a painter, right?
That's a name. Okay.
That's what we're gonna go with.
Locked in.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the landscape portion of it, but I do know that Georgia O'Keeffe painted large flowers, a lot of them kind of representing female anatomy, or at least that was the symbolism, I suppose. But yeah, we went with Georgia O'Keeffe.
You are both correct.
All right.
Did she also do literature, or is she just a painter?
I don't know. I always thought of her as just as having the flowers paintings, but I didn't realize it was anything else.
That's the one you focused on.
Yeah,
That's what
right.
you're saying.
Yeah, every time I'm at the art museum, for some reason, I'm just like staring
drawn
at it.
to it.
Yeah, and there's like always certain points. There's other guys there, and
How dare you? Next question, please.
Drake started from the bottom in what Canadian teen drama?
we are locked in.
It's a tough one for me.
Back in the six, as they call it up there.
Yeah.
You guys are speaking in tongues right now.
Yeah, he was doing a little more sitting, I believe, at the time.
How dare you?
That's going to be cut. Yeah, Degrassi, Wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, we went with Degrassi.
You are both correct.
Now Drake, you heard about his, I guess, messing around with
Draymond Green.
Well, Draymond Green, yeah, but what's it called? He's a bad luck charm.
Oh yeah.
And there's the boxer, the British,
what's his name?
Joshua
something.
something.
Wait, the British boxer?
Yeah, so
He got knocked out last night.
yeah, and they never thought he was going to lose the fight. And then the night before or whatever on Instagram or something, he posted a picture with Drake and said he was going to break the curse.
Yeah.
And then he got knocked out.
He got knocked out by some guy who clearly hasn't done a sit up in like 7 months.
Probably 7 years.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, number 5. Hats are an important accessory for this team-based style computer game.
Team-based computer game?
Are you gonna lock in with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're locked in.
I was trying to think, is there like a game? I was thinking of Final Fantasy X-2 with like the teams and then the costume changes having something to do with the...
Love Final Fantasy X.
I know you
That's
do.
good.
So I was trying to think if there was like something like that where like hats made a big difference. as to like the performance of the characters, but
You put on the raccoon hat.
right.
The gain
What were those?
marksmanship.
What were those terrible games they released for like for adults with like the guy in the Hawaiian shirt, like Gigolo Joe or something?
Leisure Suit Larry.
Leisure Suit. Leisure
That's a name I
Suit
haven't
Larry.
thought
Leisure
about in a
Suit
long
Larry.
time.
I just remember seeing those at the store, and I'm like, who buys these games? Not that there's anything
Your
wrong with
brother.
it. Yeah, probably. Well, he would only
Buys
buy it.
every game for $60.
I was gonna say he wouldn't buy it for the sort of the over sexualized storylines. He would buy it just for the fact that he needs to beat it because it's a game and he has to buy it.
Yeah. In the Steelbook.
In the steelbook case, yeah, a limited edition. Jeff, anything or? I have no idea. I haven't played a computer game since Roller Coaster Tycoon, so.
FIFA 19.
Ooh, you got it.
You don't wear hats.
I don't
in
actually know. Do you know?
No, let's just go with MLB The Show because you have to wear a baseball hat to play the baseball.
there. That's a fair point. This is the thing we wrote down was just the game that there's a lot of costume changes. I don't know if hats have anything to do with it, but
A
maybe
little
they're-
bit of dancing, maybe.
Yeah, we're flossing over here. We locked in with Fortnite.
Oh.
You both are incorrect. It is actually Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2.
I know of that.
Yeah, that's a Valve game.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Wasn't it a Half-Life mod at one point?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Nerd
See,
stuff.
now you guys are speaking in tongues to me. All right, after 5 questions, looks like Team Danzig's mother's got 20 points, and Team Whistler's mother has 30. Tight game.
Okay, so number 6 is what country is the highest producer of olive oil?
Oh, I just read a list of all the highest producing things like apples and nuts and all that kind
I
of
have
stuff.
a guess.
Here, write down your guess because maybe it'll jog my memory because I did look through the entire list. That kind of makes sense. I don't know if it's like on the nose, but
I don't think so.
I think it's a red herring.
Me too, because the thing was China produces so many things, but they also produce a lot of things that you would think would be like very American or very, Southeastern or whatever. But
It's the number one producer of Stamoses.
that's fine. We'll lock in.
I just happen to know somebody who has an olive grove there.
And do they also have a Bugatti?
They do not.
Okay. But yeah, we'll lock in with this then. Are you locked in?
Yeah, we're locked in.
All right. So Jeff.
We're going with Greece.
We're going to double down with Italy.
You are both incorrect. It is actually Spain,
Oh, that makes sense.
but Greece consumes the most.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Okay.
a lot of importing.
A lot of exporting, Art
I mean,
Vandalay.
I've definitely had exported Greek olive oil, but
Okay.
Have you ever had Oinkos Greek yogurt?
Oh, it's so
I
good.
have.
I'm a Chobani man.
Which is the one that Stamos does?
Oikos, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one that sounds the most Greek.
Okay. In 1952, what was the first children's toy advertised on television?
We've had this before.
We are.
1952.
We're locked in because I wrote this question. I believe my first episode I ever hosted.
Yeah,
That looks
so I'm
right.
thinking back. and
Lincoln Logs?
Nice flashback for me, Jill. It's making
Lincoln
me feel
Logs sounds right. Not
It's not sock and boppers, right?
no. But I was thinking
They
like
are more fun than a pillow fight.
Boppers.
Crossfire. I was thinking.
No, that's also.
wait,
They're all like the same theme
They're all
song.
the same song.
yeah, I was
Crossfire.
thinking.
It's all like
Sock and boppers.
I was thinking Light Bright, but I don't know.
I think that's too early
Yeah.
for that toy.
Maybe a hula hoop.
Ooh, what about your classic erector set?
No. Keep your erectors to yourself, Jeff.
Jeff's
Say
always
it.
Jeff's always in the art museum by the George O'Keeffe paintings, playing with his erector set.
Let's say Lincoln Logs,
Yeah, let's
which
get-
doesn't make this joke any better.
Let's get out of here and say Lincoln Logs.
So I think you said Lincoln Logs the time I hosted this a long time ago,
And it was right.
2 years ago. No,
Damn it.
it's actually Mr. Potato Head. I
Damn
believe.
it.
Oh yeah, when it was an actual potato.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah.
They only sold the like parts.
Yes, potato sold separately.
Yeah, they had to stop with the real potatoes
Because it would rot in the box.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's such a funny fact. That's why I'm here, though. That's why I'm glad we're a team, guys, because you guys didn't know it, but I knew it, and I felt good about it.
Yeah, as long as we all
Waste
feel good.
food with your friends.
Okay. So number 8. This Nick Killer was drafted 11th in 1987.
Yeah. Locked in.
So who are the Knicks' biggest rivalry? It's not. I mean, I'm trying to think back in that era, right? I mean, We just need a good early 90s basketball player. How about Karl Malone?
He did play basketball.
He did.
And he delivered. He
Took
delivered
a bunch of shots.
Yes. Did he deliver against the Knicks though?
Yeah, did he deliver the kill shot to the Knicks? Let's just go with it. Why not? We'll go with the mailman.
I think this is the man who famously made the choking sign to Spike Lee in the first row after he hit 11 points, and I forget what it is, but I think it's Reggie Miller.
You are correct. It is Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Was that so I saw the video footage of him when he scored like 8 points in like 8 seconds or whatever. Is
Yeah.
That? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great. I loved Reggie Miller.
Yeah, he was, and they don't allow you to do that anymore.
No.
He's definitely my favorite basketball player.
Was he?
Named Reggie
yeah.
Miller.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken's always wearing number 31 for some reason.
I didn't know his number.
When I was a kid, I used to try to do his shot, like his mechanics. Didn't work for me, but it looked cool.
You got to kick your feet out and try to get a foul.
You got to not suck at basketball.
That
Yeah,
too.
first you have to be good at basketball, then you can, yeah.
Okay. Number 9. The Beach Boys had multiple appearances on this television show.
Yes.
Oh,
We're just
no.
talking about. Oh, never mind then.
You were just talking about it?
Never mind.
Oh, okay. Are you locked in?
Yeah.
Right, because Uncle Jesse played he played Kokomo. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, we're going to go with Full House on that.
Yeah. They're always around. It's Full House.
Okay. So you were both correct. Number 10. When a person who serves in the military dies, where do you get the flag for a veteran memorial burial?
Any line on
Something
this,
I
Jim?
never thought of.
I never thought of that either.
I know we always talk about my dad always once in a while he's like, I should probably request the one for your grandfather, because my grandfather fought in World War II, so I'm sure he's entitled to one, but I don't know where you get it from.
Do you think would it be like maybe a building?
I was thinking it was more like an organization, and I don't think it's like the DoD. I think it's maybe like another organization, like an anonymous, or not like an anonymous, but like a charitable organization, and not like a. But.
You're locked in.
Yeah, we're gonna say Italy again.
Are you?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it made from one specific place for this?
Oh,
use?
I don't think it's made from one specific place.
It's in Flagstaff.
Also in Arizona, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Quality joke.
Maybe it is.
Don't
What
care.
if it is Flagstaff? We just made the joke, and that's why it's called Flagstaff. Whatever you want to go with, Jeff. I'm not sure. So you don't think it's a government like a DoD or a Pentagon?
I was wondering if it was, but maybe it's not. That was all I was trying to introduce.
What if it maybe from West Point, maybe, or that would only be for?
That would probably only be one branch, I would think.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know.
But
do you want to go Pentagon?
Sure.
The laughter
Maybe
was not very reassuring.
Yeah, not encouraging. We're gonna lock in with the Pentagon.
We're going to say the Department of Veteran Affairs.
Okay, so if you have a veteran member die in your family, either the funeral home or whomever needs it needs to pick it up from the United States Post Office.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Just have them back there?
Karl Malone
Yeah.
delivering flags, right?
yeah. I
We
guess
can
you're.
thank
If you
my
think
mother
about it.
for that question.
Wow, I never thought about that
Well,
before.
thanks to your mother and this mother's themed game.
Well, at least the post office delivers one thing on time.
So somebody in your family passes, the last place that you want to go is the post office.
Apparently, usually funeral home directors go and get them, but yeah, if you're doing it on your own, you got to go to the post office.
So I think that was question 10. So with Jeff's answer alone of Pentagon and the laugh from Jill, that puts our score. It puts our score at 50. What do you guys have?
We are up to 40.
All right, so still a tight game. Going into the swing round. Before we go into the swing round, I just want to let everyone know. Make sure you guys join us over at the Crop, and check out all the fun that's happening over there. One thing we mentioned on a previous episode is we have 2 forms: one to be a guest host, like Jill is doing today, which she signed up on, or to be a guest contestant, and we'll try to do our best to go through that list. And if you're a Patreon member, you do get priority for that, but we still make sure everyone gets a chance to come on. So they're under the announcements tab on the Crop on Facebook. So make sure you sign up for that and come host a show like Jill is doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Do our work for us. Write us a game.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Take it away, Jill. What do you have in store for us for the swing round?
Okay, for our swing round, we are actually going to do a little bit of hip hop.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So this swing round is me giving you their birth names of members of different hip hop groups, and you need to tell me what group it is. Okay. The first one is Chad Butler and Bernard Freeman. The second one is Joseph Simmons, Daryl McDaniels, and Jason Mizell. The third one is Kim Renard Nazel, Andre Romel Young, Eric Wright, O'Shea Jackson, Lorenzo Gerald Patterson, and Tracy Lynn Curry. The next one is Robert Diggs, Gary E. Grice, Russell Tyrone Jones, Clifford Smith, Corey Woods, Dennis Coles, Jason Hunter, Lamont Jody Hawkins, Jamil Arif, and Daryl Hill.
Let me think of a hip hop group that's that big.
There's only a couple.
Okay. The next one is Michael Diamond, Adam Yauch, and Adam Horvitz. Following is Carlton Rinnenhauer, Keith Shockley, Norman Rogers, William Jonathan Drayton Jr., Richard Griffin, and Lord Aswad.
What was the last one?
The last one is Lord Aswad.
Okay.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
And Kershnik Ball, Quavius Marshall, and Kiari Cephas.
Okay, that was number 7.
The next one is Andre Benjamin and Antoine Patton. The next one is Thomas DiCarlo Calloway, Cameron Gipp, and Robert Barnett. And the last one is Cheryl James, Sandra Denton, Latoya Hansen, but she was replaced by Deidre Roper.
Okay. We are going to break to discuss these answers.
Okay. Yeah, we're locked in.
Okay. So the first question was Chad Butler or Bernard Freeman? And Bernard Freeman, not or. They're both part of the band.
They're both there.
We're going to go with Cypress Hill on this one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we didn't know on this one, so we just went with one of our favorite groups, Eric B. and Rakim.
It's actually UGK, or the Underground Kings. The second one is Joseph Simmons, Daryl McDaniels, and Jason Mizell.
We think this one is Run DMC.
We also thought this was Run DMC.
You are correct. The next one is Cameron Nazel, Andre Romel Young, Eric Wright, O'Shea Jackson, Lorenzo Gerald Patterson, and Tracy Lynn Curry.
Well, I'd be lying if I knew all those names.
Yeah, but I think we heard a doctor in there somewhere.
Yeah. So we went with NWA.
We also went with NWA.
Which, of course, stands for Neal. No, I'm just kidding.
If you make me say it, it will be Neal with attitude.
It's Neal with answers.
Yeah, right. Neal with answers, yeah.
Okay. You were both correct. The next one is Robert Diggs, Gary E. Grice, Russell Tyrone Jones, Clifford Smith, Corey Woods, Dennis Cole, Jason Hunter, Lamont Jody Hawkins, and Jamil Arif, and Daryl Hill.
Well, that's a whole lot of dudes.
It's like a clan of
almost
dudes.
like a clan of dudes. So we said Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, we agree. It wasn't enough for D12, so we said Wu-Tang Clan.
You were both correct.
All right.
We heard there ain't nothing.
Oh, yes. This is going exactly how I thought it would go.
The next one is Michael Diamond, Adam Yauch, and Adam Horvitz.
Yeah, I think me and Matt are pretty sure this is the B Boys.
Yeah, I like my sugar with coffee and cream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we went with Beastie Boys.
You're correct. Okay. The next one is Carlton Rinnenhauer, Keith Shockley, Norman Rogers, William Jonathan Drayton Jr., Richard Griffin, and Lord Aswad.
Well, that's a lot of dudes, too. So we went with D12 on this one.
Yeah, we weren't sure. I couldn't remember Flava Flav's name, so we just went with Public Enemy.
It is Public Enemy.
Oh, we had that at one point.
Yeah, we did. But we moved it.
Dang.
The next one is Kershnik Ball, Quavius Marshall, and Kiari Cephas.
We weren't sure on this one 100%, but it sounds like names of guys from A Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, love it. Q-Tip and everyone, yeah. We realized there wasn't a lot of modern groups on here, and I wouldn't really consider them hip hop because they mumble everything. But we went with Migos.
It's the Migos.
It is.
The next one is Andre Benjamin and Antoine Patton.
So
Hey,
it's,
You know this answer.
all right, fine. It's Outkast.
You're correct.
Yeah, we said Outcast.
Okay. And the next one is Thomas DeCarlo Calloway, Cameron Gipp, and Robert Barnett.
All right, so this is the one we said Public Enemy on.
Yeah, we had no idea on this one. So yeah, we just left it blank.
It's Goody Mob. And the last one is Cheryl James, Sandra Denton, LaToya Hanson, who was replaced by Deidre Roper.
Yeah, this one Jeff kind of clued in. He said maybe it's Salt and Peppa, and there are 3 of them. I mean, they had DJ Spinderella and then Salt and Peppa. So I don't know if DJ Spinderella was the one who got replaced, but yeah, we went Salt and Peppa.
We also went with Salt and Pepper.
It is Salt and Peppa.
All right. We're here.
I have a reservation for a Miss Peppa.
All right, so not bad. We got 30 points on that.
All right, after the swing round, it looks like the scores are 70 for Danzig's mother and 90 for Whistler's mother.
Close game.
Yeah, very close game. Before we continue, Jeff, why don't we tell people a little bit about Patreon, like Jill, who is one of them?
Yeah, there's really not much to say. If you
Don't be modest, Jeff. There's so much to say about Patreon.
Now read the packet.
Nothing that you haven't heard before, though.
well, I mean, but there's way more than we probably do mention. So if you want to check it out, you can do so at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. If every Tuesday you wake up and you think, boy, I really want to hear the new episode of Triviality, you can get more just by supporting our show.
For
And
as little as $1 a day.
that's right. Feeds a podcaster. So the support of everyone who already supports the show is really appreciated. And any new patrons, we would love to have you. So
And we're so close to that private jet.
Yes.
You can smell the jet fuel.
I believe we're 0.12% of the way there.
Cool.
That was for a one-time rental, though.
Okay.
All right, well, Jill, feel free to take it away for round 2.
Okay. Number 1. This mathematical number describes the collaborative distance between this mathematician and another person, as measured by authorship of mathematical papers. The same principle has been applied in other fields where a particular individual has collaborated with a large and broad number of peers.
All right, I'm going to be really crass here. Hey, Ken, you.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Because I made a mention of this the other day at trivia, and he said, who the would ever care about that? Shut up. And
I didn't say that.
That sounds like Ken to me.
I didn't say that. I was interested.
I confirm Ken did say it.
You
word
weren't
for
there.
word.
I was also not there.
so anyways, long story short, we are locked in.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what the name was. Meinhof.
Higgs boson.
No, let's say Meinhof.
Okay.
I believe the correct answer is Erdosh.
Erdosh.
You are correct.
Nice, Jeff.
So we were talking about Natalie Portman's Erdosh number
Well, her Bacon Erdosh
and her
number.
Bacon number.
Yes.
What's a bacon?
So a Kevin Bacon number is how many degrees separated you are in film. And an Erdosh number is how many degrees separated you are in terms of mathematical
Paper writing.
co-authorship.
Correct.
With Kevin Bacon?
With Erdosh.
Oh, with Erdosh.
Because he's the Kevin Bacon of mathematicians.
Oh, I see. Okay.
As far as being in a bunch of stuff.
So what's your Erdosh number?
I don't have one yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not published in the mathematical fields.
In terms
Yes.
of people that we've met, though,
Listen
we now
to
have Bacon numbers.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. It's
pretty small.
large, I would imagine.
No.
No?
In terms of people I've met, I think my Bacon number's kind
3?
of small. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
Okay. Number 2. This children's British television show has been known to have American children develop British accents. What is it?
Madonna must have been a fan of the show.
It worked on her.
Yeah.
Could work on your kid, too. I have an answer. We'll lock in.
Yeah, it's a fun fact. Jimmy Bowes is actually American.
That checks out. That explains why his Cockney is so bad.
What's my favourite character? Groucho. Groucho de Marx. I don't. Jeff, can you think of any British children's shows? Something. What else would be as popular as like a Sesame Street or something that has? Teletubbies maybe. You want to lock in with that?
Was that
Tinky
British?
Winky. Teletubbies.
What Teletubbies show are you watching?
I don't know. It's a British one, right? I mean, the sun is the
so.
weird baby that just sits there, right? And it's in the sun, burning. I would think. I don't know.
You're reading a lot into that.
I am. Let's go Teletubbies.
Done.
I feel good about
I
it.
tell it.
I don't, but we're fine.
We're gonna say Peppa Pig.
I was thinking Peppa Pig.
It's Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
What is what
take
is
that.
What
Suck
is,
it.
Isn't Peppa? What's Peppa Pig? What is
She's
that?
the pig with two eyes on both sides of her face.
And a British accent.
Yeah.
She looks like a penis.
Is that like a current show?
It's a British
Yeah.
penis.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a British show, and my daughter's obsessed with it.
wow, Peppa. Where have I heard that name before?
You wake up, you watch a Peppa after your
What's
bangers
Kate
and
Middleton's
mash.
sister's name?
Has your daughter?
Oh,
Pip.
Pippa.
Peppa Pig.
All right.
Or
Have you? Has your daughter asked you to spare a quid yet?
Not yet.
Spare a quid, bruv.
But she always goes, hello. And I'm like, don't start.
Oh
So we
man,
have to mix it up with some Sesame Street so she sounds American.
all right.
Gotcha.
Good call.
Peppa Pig.
American, but like an American Muppet.
Yeah.
Of course. You know, we all shoot for Gonzo.
Gonzo with his natural American accent.
That one's even worse for the
That is-
phallic implication.
I was gonna say you get Peppa Pig next to Gonzo talking to each other, and it's very phallic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, next question. Fran Drescher played the titular character on The Nanny. What is the name of the man she worked for?
Oh, that's a Matt question if I ever heard one.
The
But
character.
know.
The character.
The character's name.
I think just first name. Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know it?
do you remember this show?
No.
Well, she was. I forget. The song tells you what happens. The intro song. She was just walking.
Who's the
around one
boss?
day.
Who's the boss?
I think that's right.
Angela.
Yeah.
Angela's the
Do you know
boss.
the last name?
No.
Is it? So the dude was rich, right? He
Yeah.
was a wealthy guy.
Got a rich name.
And it's the 90s. It's got to be like a 90s Richard.
I mean, Richard,
I'm having
Richie Rich.
Richard might not be wrong, but
I'm just trying to think of her saying it in her voice, though. Like, Richard. You know, would that make sense? Or
I mean, I don't remember
Donald.
that show at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I just remember he was on other stuff. So let's just go Richard for Detective Richard Kimball.
I think the guy's first name is Max.
Oh, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So we locked in with Max.
It is Maxwell Sheffield.
All right.
Ooh.
We'll take it.
Maxwell Sheffield.
Scoop that free answer.
This Disney Pixar film combines psychology and multiple characters that played in The Office. What movie is it?
We're locked in.
Yeah. That's Inside Out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would swallow my pride
Uh-huh.
and choke on the ride. The
Okay.
laughter of
Choke
me
on,
empty inside.
Choke on the what, Neil?
What did I
That's
say?
the Rhines, right?
On the rinds?
I don't know
Yeah.
what the song is.
Yeah.
Swallow my pride. I would choke on the rind, but the lack thereof would
Leave
leave
me-
me empty inside.
I thought he said choke on the ride.
Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out. Is that's our answer?
There you got it.
Okay. What confectionery genius named this popular treat after himself?
It's Mr. Squirrel Nut Zipper, right?
I forgot about the squirrel nut zippers. I probably have a bag of stale ones somewhere at
That was
home.
when Mr. Squirrel had a very unfortunate bathroom accident, right?
So we're looking for the
He
name.
was a confectionery, not a bathroom genius.
It's a guy who invented a snack and named it after himself.
I know what it is. We're locked in.
Okay.
You leave Lord Snickers out of this.
I'm just gonna name stuff. So I got Mr. Tootsie. You know, if with the wording, we could say Chef Boyardee, because
It's not a sweet treat.
for some people
They
it
put
might
sugar
be.
in that crap.
Are you guys forgetting about Beavis Butterfinger?
What's Can you name some treats?
Was Hershey named after himself or the town?
Probably the town, I would think, right?
Or
Maybe
was
not.
the town named after him after he...
That's good. That's a good
I'm
call.
name
gonna
is-
find this town and make chocolate, and it'll be called Hershey after me, Jimmy Hershey.
And I'm gonna.
It's a man that's being quite a ho-ho. Watch out for that.
Oh, I thought he was more of a ding-dong.
Hey everybody, it's Mr. Twix. Give me my. I don't know. Yeah, Hershey's fine. You want to go with Hershey?
Was it Hershey? Are there any other... Come on.
Well, she said confectionery treat. What's like a very generic, like a macaron or something like that's just a weird name like that, like cannoli or like stuff like that. That
Sir Biscoff.
yeah, okay, that's fine.
I don't know.
Going with your Beloved Biscoff.
I do love the Biscoff. Man, I'm like very lightheaded. I think I'm gonna pass out this episode, so be wary. Yeah, let's go Biscoff.
I think this was a white guy named Jack, so we called it Cracker Jack.
Okay, you both are actually incorrect. What? It is Reese's.
Because it belongs to him.
I knew that.
Harry Burnett Reese sold the Lizzie Bar and the Johnny Bar, candy bars he named after his children, respectively, but his chocolate-covered peanut butter...
But his only success was named after himself. What a...
Okay, the next question is, what is the most densely populated country in Europe?
Oh, I know what it is.
We're locked.
Cool.
We're locked.
You guys going with Italy again?
Triple down.
We're on a roll. We're going Italy.
I believe the correct answer is Monaco.
Okay, the most densely populated country in Europe is Monaco. And it has an area of 0.78 square miles and a population of 38,400. And the population density is more than 40,000 people per square mile.
That sounds terrible.
Wow, that's really densely packed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a square block of New York, but just in the south of France.
If New York was a country.
I mean, yeah.
It's almost as dense if you took Biscoff and put it into a donut, and it became a Biscoff pocket at Stan's Donuts.
I don't even know where to go with that.
Nope, moving on. Number 7. Number 7.
Number 7. In the books The Grapes of Wrath, what state did the Jodes leave to go to California?
Another one of those books that I've never read.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the movie, but I couldn't tell you.
Down old New England town.
Do you know anything about the Grapes of Wrath? Dust Bowl, right?
Yes.
It's about wine, isn't it?
Isn't it? I think
when you drink too much, you get a little angry.
The grapes have the wrath.
No, I heard the Grapes of Wrath was the novel that was based on the newscaster who was stomping on grapes fell on her face.
I love that clip.
And the grapes got their wrath on her for stomping on them. You're locked in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did the Dust Bowl take place?
It was pretty Midwest. I was thinking like maybe Oklahoma, Kansas.
Ooh, I kind of like Oklahoma. I don't know why.
Because it's another
musical.
Yep. Oh, what a beautiful morning. I played the drums for Oklahoma. That is a tedious musical. It's very
no
long.
one has heard that story.
I've never said Oklahoma. I haven't talked about Oklahoma yet.
I played drums in other ones.
I did play drums in other ones.
Of all the states to make a musical about.
Yeah, and nothing against people in Oklahoma, but
I mean,
come on.
I'd see that before I saw Florida, the musical.
Oh, I would love Florida. That would be
great.
I love that there was a
chaos.
Yeah.
It was so great that there was a 20-year age difference between Curly and his female companion
what
in
would
that
be
show.
the worst musical based on a state? Idaho?
Well, nothing. There's a lot of potatoes. It could be kind of fun.
All right.
North Dakota, the musical.
Oklahoma, I like. Do you want to go with that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, we're gonna go with Oklahoma.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma.
Nice.
All right.
Good guess.
Thank you, Jeff.
Apologies to our 6 North Dakotan listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8. I'm just going to cut you off. Which musician received the Pulitzer Prize in 2018?
Locked in.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He won a Nobel Prize for literature.
Right. I keep saying he won a Pulitzer.
It's Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
For Damn.
For
Did
Damn.
you say Nobel or Pulitzer?
Pulitzer.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
Well,
Yeah, we misheard it.
and we locked in with Robert Dylan.
Yeah. Which we just talked about.
It is Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
We had the exact opposite problem. Whatever team I wasn't on did what I just did last time.
Yeah, that was me because I think I said Bob Dylan last time
Yeah.
on accident.
Okay, number 9. Although Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan were in Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail, what is the third movie that they starred in together?
We're locked in.
Yes.
I knew you'd be locked in right away.
I knew You Got Mail, so.
Was she in
Did Carl Malone deliver it?
Captain Phillips?
She's the captain now.
I've got your mail now.
She's the Somali pirate.
I've intercepted your mail. I've got your mail now.
That was really interesting casting.
No.
What about
she,
Castaway?
No, she wasn't in that.
You'll not be sleepless because I'm putting you to sleep. I'm the captain now.
Was that movie where he sleeps in the terminal? The terminal.
The terminal.
That was Catherine Zeta-Jones.
We get closer.
I love if Matt just goes, how about that one where he lived in Philadelphia? Philadelphia? Yeah.
Remember that one where he was really trying hard to catch Leonardo DiCaprio if he could?
Remember that one where he didn't really kill ladies, but he was just had a really good sense of humor? You mean the lady killers? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Classic.
You think it's a later?
Saving Meg Ryan?
Classic. Sully? No, Meg Ryan doesn't do very much now.
She was not in Sully.
I don't think so.
Forrest Gump 2.
She wasn't in Forrest Gump or Forrest Gump 2.
Remember that one where they were going through a divorce together? Never mind.
Let's
It's gonna be a really long road.
Let's
to
say
perdition
Meg
joke.
Ryan was in Bachelor Party somewhere.
Ooh. Can't believe Ken actually got it right, which he didn't. But I believe it's Bonfire of the Vanities. Oh, no, wait. Excuse me.
Ooh, it's too late.
Ah, Jake. It's Jake versus Volcano.
Jake?
What did I
Joe
say?
versus
Did I
the
say Jake?
volcano.
Joe. Yeah.
Oh, you're wrong. So many
Not
times
every
there.
front.
Told you I'm going to pass out for the end
Joe
of this
versus.
game.
So she played the volcano. I didn't see this movie.
Neal, drink some water if you feel like you're going to pass out.
I know. I've been
Stay
drinking
hydrated.
too much coffee.
Final
That was my
question,
bad.
right?
Final
Yes, it is the
question.
final question. Sorry, Jeff.
Final question. In a chef's hat, there are 100 folds. What do they represent?
Oh, I know this one. We're locked in.
It's all the possible ingredients on Chopped.
The 100 cuts of death.
Maybe.
100 possible
Somebody's
flavor.
taking 99 too many
100
cuts.
spices. Let's say 100 spices.
Okay.
I believe it's the 100 different ways you can prepare an egg.
Oh, that's right.
You are correct, Jeff.
That's all I needed to hear.
Oh, sorry.
That's all he ever wanted to hear.
I've done this show just for that purpose.
I'm so angry with myself. Joe versus the volcano. I can't believe I mixed those up. I always do.
Yeah, no worries.
got scrambled.
We turned out okay.
Swedish Chef. What do you think the answer is to how many folds are in a hat? After the second round, looks like our final scores going into the final round are going to be 110 for Danzig's mother and 150 for Whistler's mother. And I just burped in mid-screen. Sorry.
Wow, you're
I'm dying here, man.
I'm dying here, man. Hey, the burger, I'm dying, man.
No, a burger will give you a lot of indigestion, but you ain't gonna die.
Oh my god, it's like eating red meat, and I'm ready to go. It's like that movie with Tom Hanks when he was like cast away on an island. Couldn't get out. Sorry. Okay.
So, I just want it to be known that the recording is at 58 minutes, so we're going to have to not cut any of this just to have a regular length episode.
It's all so good, though.
All
What
right.
was that?
Were you just about to tell me that movie where Tom Hanks talks to a bunch of spies on a bridge, or? All right, and after the second round, going into the final round, the scores are at 110 for Danzig's mother and 150 for Whistler's mother. So, Jill, what categories do you have for us?
Hold on, wait a minute. Before we go into the final, what was that movie called with Tom Hanks where it was a story about toys?
That reminds me of the one where you actually...
That was big, actually.
Okay.
What about the one that was a story about stories that were in the Washington Post?
You suck.
All right, Jill, what do you have in store for us?
Okay, so your categories for the final round are, first one is No Strings Attached, Tearing Up My Heart,
I see a theme.
I Drive Myself Crazy, Pop, and Giddy Up.
Those are all Backstreet Boys songs, right?
God, I love that you put Giddy Up because that's an forgotten...
deep cut.
Yeah, gotta giddy up. Called you on the phone last night. Oh, girl, you alone? Sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry, too.
Sorry to everybody that it's come to this.
Yep. Lance Bass, the only solo we ever had in NSYNC. He goes, "Girl, are you alone?" All right. So this is the episode where Neal passes out. So I'm either going to pass out from joy or from a lack of blood sugar. So let's
Or
find
both. Find out what happens.
Yeah, let's find
next.
out.
All right, so the wagers are in. It seems like we're all taking a bold approach. Me and Matt are going 20s all the way down, and your team is going 30s all the way down. So hopefully these questions are in our favor. Let's find out what they are.
The infamous serial killer, Dennis Rader, also known as BTK. Question is, what do the letters BTK stand for? B as in Bob, T as in Teddy, and K as in kite.
Okay.
Tearing up my heart. Every cell in the body receives blood from the heart, except for this one organ that can be donated. I drive myself crazy. Dementophobia, agatophobia, and maniaphobia all describe this specific fear of what? Pop. Which soft drink is available in a kosher version during March and April for Passover? And giddy up. What is the most recent Triple Crown winner?
Okay, we will go discuss these and get back with our answers. So all the answers are now locked in after some discussion, and we're ready to get those questions one more time to give our answers.
No strings attached. The infamous serial killer, Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK killer. What did the letters BTK stand for?
Yep, I was very confident in this serial killer question. Bind, torture, kill.
Yeah, we wagered 30 points on this. Neal thought it might be the Boston Turnpike Killer, but I was pretty sure that it was the bind, torture, kill. So we said bind, torture, kill.
You both are correct. It is bind, torture, kill. Okay. Tearing up my heart. Every cell in the body receives blood from the heart except for this body part that can be donated.
All right, we thought about the liver, but we think it receives blood. We thought about kidneys, and we thought that is used to cleanse the body of waste products, so we went with the kidneys.
Yeah, on our end, we just thought what might go with a nice Chianti and some fava beans, so we said kidney.
For 30.
You both are incorrect. It is actually the corneas.
Oh, I said eyes, too. Oh, Jeff.
Be like Jerry Orbach, everybody. Donate your eyes.
I drive myself crazy. Dementophobia, agatophobia, and maniaphobia all describe a fear of what?
Well, we said losing one's mind or losing one's mental faculties.
Okay. Yeah, so Jeff and I went into a deep discussion about the song itself, Drive Myself Crazy, by NSYNC. And as you know, it is led by Justin Timberlake verse and a Chris Kirkpatrick verse. But if you look on the internet, you'll notice that originally JC was supposed to have a solo track. And I'm guessing the seniority of Chris Kirkpatrick being older was the reason he was actually on the final album, which led us to believe that the answer was losing your mind or your faculties because Jeff started to pull his hair out when I kept talking about NSYNC.
So the answer is the fear of going insane.
There we go.
I was much bigger of a fan of the Fine Young Cannibals, but it's fine.
Pop. Which soft drink is available in kosher versions during March and April for Passover?
Boy, me and Matt had no idea, so we just said Sprite.
Yeah, Jeff and I didn't know either. We thought maybe of a smaller brand because if Coke made admissions for kosher, there might be other things they would be changing for, and they're such a big brand. So we just said a local favorite, RC Cola.
The answer is actually Coca-Cola.
Ah.
Your last question. Giddy up. What is the most recent Triple Crown winner?
Pretty sure it's American Pharoah, unless I haven't been paying attention to the horse races for the last couple of years.
Yeah, for 30 points, we said we thought this one was American Pharoah. Same deal. I knew it won a couple of years ago, but we didn't know if there was anything in since then. So
It is actually the 2018 winner, Justified.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a double pun there. Justified. Should have got that, Neal.
I know.
Think about it.
Every time I always hashtag Justin Timberlake and just look at everything on the internet to try to remember it, and I did not get that one. And that is going to do it for the game. It looks like after the final round, Team Danzig's mother is going to finish with 90 points. And today's cream of the crop with 120 points, Chris Christopherson's mother's Whistler's mother.
On balance, off balance, doesn't matter. I'm better than you are, yeah.
Great game, guys. I want to say that this long journey to get to the end of this game and be victorious reminds me of that one Tom Hanks movie where he walked, I think, like 5,280 feet, but it was all green under him or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game.
that joke was like walking down a road a road to perdition.
Yeah.
How do you?
Came up big there, Jeff.
Yeah, way to splash in there with that joke. But yeah, no, we really enjoyed playing your game, Jill. Thank you for writing those questions.
No problem.
Do you want to give a shout out to your daughter?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my daughter Zara and my husband Zach.
Thank you guys. I don't know if they listen, but we appreciate it if they do, or if Zara might not be old enough yet.
Yeah,
But
if once she gets an iPhone, make sure she subscribes.
Maybe when we stop making jokes about Peppa Pig.
Hey, that came from Jill, though. It came from her mom.
That's fair.
Matt, so I know in the news you were talking about it a lot on the social medias that iTunes was getting shut down. But what does that have to do with us with reviews? I mean, are we still getting it?
Yeah, we'll still be getting them. You can actually make them right from the Apple Podcast app, so we can still get all those nice reviews that you guys are sending. Much like from our friend Brownstone887, who says it's the best way to pass an hour of time.
Debatable.
That's really high praise.
Yeah.
Oh, that is kind of debatable. Yeah. What else you got
It's
over
not.
there?
It's very clear that we don't come down on the good side of that one.
You could be eating tacos, making sweet love for like
While
2
eating
minutes.
tacos. Yeah, plus then you get 58 minutes back.
Yeah.
Well, we also have one from that Rodney guy who really likes the rules guy. You wouldn't think this podcast could get better than the premise already is. 4 guys goofing around and answering trivia questions, but then they throw it to the rules guy who does live reads every show and absolutely nails it show after show.
I wish Darren knew how much he was appreciated. He probably has no idea.
He probably doesn't. We'll have to reach out. Maybe we'll have him on as a contestant. Maybe. I don't know if he
That'd
likes
be great.
trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
It would
If you would do
blow
it.
my mind.
I don't know what his rates are. It's usually about 5, right? Is that where? That's where we
I don't
got
know,
him
but
from.
who knows if he likes trivia, but that'd be great, though, to have him on.
Whatever it is, they have to be one-word answers, because if we're paying per word here, it's going to get kind of
It will
expensive.
kill us. Yeah.
Well, Jill, you are a Patreon supporter, and we very much appreciate that, and we can't thank you enough. Any final words for this great game that you put together for us today?
Thanks for giving me 48 hours to complete a game for y'all.
I know. Hey, you succeeded. You did it in the time allotted. We appreciate it, and hopefully people enjoyed your previous appearance on the episode with Jeff, where you guys were victorious. Anything else from you guys, or no?
I think that'll do it.
Yeah.
That was
Wraps it up.
It's been a great day of recording, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's been a great day. The weather here is pretty nice. It's not too cold yet, sort of like a polar vortex with Tom Hanks. But we appreciate everyone listening. We hope you continue to spread the word and tell your friends about our show. And for Jeff, Matt, Ken, and Jill joining us today, my name is Neal, and that was Triviality Podcast.
Ooh, Triviality Podcast.
Oh, I added-
That's fine.
now I'm going to pass out.
This episode has gone off the rails.
It's the classic, what's it, the trolley problem?
No.
What's it called?
What's this have to do with the trolley problem?
The trolley problem in the studio has an answer. I kill Neal, and then we go home.
My final wish is that I'm just a messy death, so you have to take hours to clean it up and feel bad about it.
Not in your apartment. We leave it.
They pay
Sorry,
people.
Colleen.
You could pay people for that.
Yeah. With our Patreon money. We're only splitting it 3 ways now. This deal's dead.
We kill Neal for that $5 in Patreon money.
You need to pay off your witness if somebody's going to die.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, we'll just disconnect the Skype first.
Yeah.